This is early on in the game, guys. Everything we were doing here was good. Picking the simple passes, okay, movement off the ball, bit of width, okay. Again, look at the simple balls. Luke realises here he's gone getting dragged across, and he turns and he realises, okay, I'm going to come back over into the space, which is great stuff from you, Luke. Great diagonal ball from Wally, okay, it's into the space. Paddy is onto it, and Luke is now an option, and Paddy was very unlucky here to give away a free. Harsh, I thought myself, okay, but that was perfect. Again, good movement here. Luke pointing to where you want the ball, which is what we want to see lads doing. Okay, when you're free, and then quick thinking. And Ray had great movement out into the space. We win our free, we get our score. Okay, very simple football, but very effective and using the space. Well done. Probably should have been turned over here, boys, at the end, but we weren't. But again, look at simple options. Everything we had been telling you in the weeks up to this, you were now doing. Okay, Carl, that was the bad pass where we should have been turned over. But you were following our instructions. Simple ball, movement off the ball, talk, everything was there. The majority of this here, boys, now coming up is very good. See here, we play it out. We've a runner off the shoulder and Finchy there working hard, and the next thing we start taking right options here, and we start to play little triangles almost, and we're playing the ball amongst each other there, keeping it simple. Then the space opens up inside and we're using our width, and that's a great ball in. Here's the downfall to this play now. Not quick enough to get out to Sportman. He's in the corner, lads. How does he work it out from there? Have to get over to him quicker. By the time we react, we're turned over. So that's just something to be aware of. If we do get the ball in the corner, we need quicker support. Good stuff here again. Okay, Finchy takes the quick one after Wally had made a great move to get into space. Okay, Luke gives the option there, and if you look around, there's movement. We're keeping width. Look at Paddy Kenny coming out into the space, which is exactly what we want. The quiet man is moving over the far side. The lads interchange the ball, and the ball ends up over the bar. But the movement off the ball there, lads, in the background is top notch. Okay, we're doing this well at this stage. Some great stuff here again, boys, and it all starts with picking simple options, and that's what we want you doing. Look, simple option, simple option. The passes here are simple, okay? Simple, simple, simple. Then we have a bit of movement into space and we pick it, okay? Finchy comes out, he realises Luke's in trouble, takes it off the shoulder. Luke takes it off him again. The option here now, Luke, look around. You're after running into traffic, a 3-on-1. If you turn back, look at all the men behind you. Turn back, options should be behind. Our score of the day coming up here. Finchy in space. Nigel reacts quick. Finchy doesn't panic. Look at this. There's no panic anywhere. If Anthony were nearly a bit lackadaisical on the ball there, Finchy, you have so much time. But you're not panicking. And then you pick the simple option, which is absolutely brilliant. Simple option again. Simple option again. Running off the shoulder. This movement. We hit a nice ball in, and the movement inside and the inside line is very good. Paddy Kenny then. James Corbett, great movement to get into the space. And the next thing we pick off the score. That was absolutely outstanding from start to finish, and it's something that we can do more of. Again, we win a kick out. Wally breaks through. There's movement. Owen turns and comes to him. Okay, and takes it off him, which is brilliant stuff, and that's exactly what you want your forwards doing, coming and taking the ball off you, and then an exceptional score. Okay, football at its simplest, and we're getting the ball over the bar as a result. Another kick out one, and again we're getting the ball through the hands. Nice simple stuff. Okay, Finchy gets floored, but did you see Ray's movement inside? Out into the space. Again, quality stuff. More good football here in the first half. Great movement inside. Wally picks it out. Paddy Kenny moves over into the space. Okay, Wally goes again and gives him the option outside. And probably what I thought was a score, some would give it. But whatever about the score, some great movement and some great simple football again. Just on this one, we worked our bollockses off to get a turnover. When we get a turnover, we should punish them. That's not the ball that's going to punish any team. That's the fucking suicide ball, a Hail Mary ball. Realise that, Brendan. It's just not the ball to take. Learn from it. Another great score coming up here. We get a free. Owen's movement is great. Wally picks it out, and what I like about this is Cathal Mayers is an option off the shoulder there if he needed it, but because Cathal made that run, he frees up that space, and when Owen has the space, he's able to do the damage. Okay, so your runs, just because you're running doesn't mean you need to get the ball. Your runs can also free up space. Okay, good stuff at the back here. We start passing this ball out with confidence, and why not? We're playing some serious football at this stage. Okay, and the ball is being let through the hands, and there's no panic anywhere to be seen. However, coming up here, Quiet Man, you hit a ball into a 3-on-2, and you might say, where's their third defender? When you're doing defending drills, the line is also a defender. Okay, and you're sitting the ball out there 2 or 3 yards from the line. Our lads now are under serious pressure there. We're turned over as a result, which is a pity after some great work up to that. Okay, this is more of the same. Okay, great football in here. Picking simple options. Unbelievable play by Brendan. Picks the simple option. Simple option. Simple option. Simple option. Okay, playing great football, and then you're going to see history repeat itself. Okay, when the ball goes into the corner, how many hand passes have we had there? We nearly lose it here. Okay, probably can execute that pass a small bit better, but we're not panicking. There's absolutely no panic anywhere to be seen. And then when the ball goes into the corner, there's nothing wrong with the ball going into the corner. Here, you'll see it coming up now. Okay, so we've kept possession for how long? Probably the longest spell of the game. And then the ball goes into the corner. The problem isn't with the ball into the corner, boys. The problem is with the support getting out to the man in the corner. It's not there. Look. Okay, and by the time it comes, we're turned over. Have to get quicker out to support the man in the corner. He has to be given options outside. Okay, so we need to learn from that. And then that was the one time we got caught ball watching for the kick out. Right, this was straight after the throw-in. They won the throw-in, went down the field, we turned them over. Okay, Finchy, take the simple options. The stuff that we started were doing in the first half, okay, now disappeared. And we start taking stupid options, and we're turned over. And we had a meltdown in the first few minutes of this second half, lads. And we brought it on all ourselves. Here's our second possession, okay? And instead of taking a simple option, there's a lack of movement there now, boys, which is a big problem. Okay, there's a serious lack of movement there. Okay, we're forced into this thing, which is the total wrong option. We're putting Luke into a 2-on-1 situation there. He can't win that ball. Okay, and then we get our third possession of the ball. What do? Again, keep watching. Good play there, in fairness. Okay, good play. There's no sign of panic there for them. We're finally starting to get the ball through the hands. Then when we get the ball in, that ball has to stick. You know, when our defenders are working hard to win the ball back up the field forwards, we have to make that fucking ball stick up front. Okay, look at this. Our defenders are working tenaciously to win the ball back. Okay, it's a bad ball, Brian. Okay, and then Gary, you fumble the ball here. Okay, that's just something that we need to be working on, be a bit more tuned in. Okay, the football up until that point was quite good again. This is our fourth possession in the second half. Okay, nearly get turned over here. We're taking simple options. Okay, but then we're putting the ball in a 3-on-1. Luke was on the ground and you're leaving James Corbett in a 3-on-1 scenario in a big high looping ball. Never going to win that ball. Okay, fifth possession. This was all in the second half. This was all before they got their first score of the second half, boys. Okay, so we brought this trouble on ourselves. We take a nice quick free kick. Okay, and we work it into a corner. There's nobody pulling left to give him an option outside. And Paddy Kenny, that ball has to stick. We can't be affording to get turned over there. And we go into our sixth possession of the ball. This is all right at the beginning. This is in the first 5 minutes, all this. In the first 5-6 minutes of the second half. And we're turned over again. Taking wrong options, boys. Okay? Football is hard when the man on the ball doesn't have options. If he has options, this game becomes very simple, boys. And we have to start giving more options off the ball. Here's our seventh possession. You know, we brought all this panic on ourselves. And what started happening then was the simple options weren't being taken anymore. When panic sets in, players tend to go back to what they learned years ago. And what some of us learned years ago isn't good enough. Okay? And we're trying to get new good habits into you. Here's our 8. better ball in, okay? Quiet man, you're guilty this time of not getting the ball to stick. So we got on a lot of ball. Here's our 9th possession. This is all early in the second half, okay? Good. Now where's Donny's options? Donny's width was good. And now we're turned over. And we go into our 10th possession. Okay? 10 possessions, boys. 10 times we had the ball before we get a score from it. Let that sink in now for a second. 10 times we had possession of the ball. 9 times we get turned over. And on our 10th possession, we take a score. Okay? And it's not exactly a brilliant, well-worked score here, as you'll see. Okay? It's from a free, but this was when we started to stop the rot a small bit. Okay? I'm looking at this. I kept this rolling here for this stage because look at our movement. Wally's on the ball there now. Where is our movement? We've small bits of it here and there. But what's good is he takes the simple option. You do this very well, Wally. You'll see me pinpointed in a couple of instances on further too. You give a little give and go. Okay? And now we're getting our hands on the ball and we're keeping possession out around the middle of the park here. And we're picking simple options. And when we pick our simple options, our score comes from it. Okay? So we have to learn simple options. Keep the football simple. Don't be going for the killer pass all the time. 11th possession. And again, poor execution of a hand pass. And that hand pass was caused by you not catching the ball the first time, Donny. Okay? It all adds up. Our 12th possession. Okay? Is it more of the same again? Wally gives the little give and go. Is that the right option, Wally? Okay? Is there something better on? Probably isn't. Why? We're not moving. So players are forced into these shit passes when there's no movement off the ball. So Finchy's on the ball. Psycho comes out. Our keeper is now starting to move. Okay? And he actually asked for lads to start fucking moving when he came in there. It took that for lads to start moving. Okay? Have to have movement off the ball, lads, to make the job easy on the fella that's on the ball. Okay? And we do this well. We start picking simple passes again. And this looks like some of the play that we were at in the first half. Okay? If I took this passage of play and put it in with our first half passage, it wouldn't look out of place. Okay? But the only thing is, it took us 15 to probably 20 minutes into the second half before we got back to this sort of stuff. Okay? Keeping the ball. Simple option. 5, 6, 7 yard pass. And then it's a cross-field ball rather than a ball straight in. And Quiet Man wins it. What does Quiet Man do? Another cross-field diagonal ball. Okay, probably went for the score cue man there. I don't think that was a pass. But look at, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. It was a good ball in. We recycled the ball here. Something that we're trying to get into training. The ball gets popped out. And we win a free from it and the score comes. Okay, but that's going. All of that then came from taking the right options at the right time and not trying to force the play. Then we get our score. Again, Wally gives and goes. Exceptional at this. One of the highlights for me in the game. Okay? So little give and go. And then we have the diagonal ball. That diagonal ball is starting to come in. We had moved a couple of big men into the full forward line and the ball into them started to become good. But it's that diagonal ball that they want. Not a ball direct straight in. Diagonal ball. And we get our score from it. Okay. Here we go again. Are there better options coming up? There's a bit of movement off the shoulders and stuff like that here. Okay. We're actually playing not too bad. It was clever from you there, Brendan. The ball goes to Owen. I'm just asking the question here, Owen. I have no problem with you taking that shot. But just look over to the left there. Who's that? Who's in that option? A man free. Is that a better option? Do you know? We have to decide on that. Again, Wally's give and go. Donal coming out to the space. Wally was telling him to go out. Now look what you're after doing, Donal. You're after sucking a man over here. Okay? That opens up spaces. So it's good communication from Wally. He's telling lads to spread out. And now look where Wally receives the ball after the give and go. In the space where Donny was 2 minutes ago. And had you not have moved out into the width, Donny, that space would have been clotted up, and we don't get that ball through. Okay? And all of a sudden, ball is let in, we get her free and we get her score from it. So that score came from you pulling out wide here, Donny. So we have to be alert to that. Using space, using the width will give us options through the middle. Okay, and just on this, Wally, we were having a fine game, don't get me wrong, but are there better options on here? I know we needed the goal at the end, probably just one of those things where you caught it too well maybe, but just don't panic. Are there better options on?